Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my Patreon supporters, Frank Wilson. Thanks for your support. Now in today's video, we're going to take on the newest dungeon available after finishing the Wryz Saga Part 1, which is called the Quadra Wastes. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. So this is obviously both have a level 70 and a level 50, and for demonstration purposes only, I'm going to only do the level 70 version. Now there are three parts to it. The first part is going to be weak to water, and so I did bring a mixed team because this is my first time going into this dungeon, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. Clearly with someone like a Neptune, or there's plenty of other water AoEs out there, especially with the advent of units like El Seal or ES Tuva, some older units like Eva. I'm sure they can all handle it, and again, this is level 70. Any enemies weak to water, and if you have a water team, you can easily walk right through. Now the first section out of 3 will have both sparkles as well as 2 treasure chests, and each of 3 areas does have 2 treasure chests, so a little bit different from the standard 2-1-3 kind of thing. And note that these, as you kill horrors or kill mobs, you will also unlock some requirements for the Astral Archive, which is part of the, unlocking after finishing all 3 chapters of Chapter 1. Otherwise, there are 5 encounters in each area. I would highly recommend equipping 3 or 2 at least of encounter rate up. And the reason for that is you really don't want to be wasting time wandering back and forth and trying to find all encounters. Now, I only realized this after a fact. I do actually have encounter plus up on my Wryz. However, what I did notice is that I forgot, but my Aisha actually has encounter minus, and so they actually do cancel each other out, just in case you have never tried that before and you're wondering what the interaction is. That is exactly the interaction, and you do have to be aware of that when setting up your account. So I do apologize for the longer video. I kind of screwed up in that sense and didn't do things nearly as well as I should have. Other than that, just clear them all out. If you're wondering, there's always debate whether or not you should kill all 5 mobs and or the horror. Now, the thing is, this is a point gathering dungeon, I get that, and the sparkles as well as the fights will give you some of the currency. And if you really don't want to waste as many red keys to get all the materials, you should kill everything. Those red kind of currency is linked to the reward system, and at the end of the video I'll show you the entire chart released by WFS as to the maximum number of points that you want to achieve in order to get all the rewards, including things like chant scripts, chronostones, luring shadow and guiding light items, and so on and so forth. So in the second area, same thing, 2 treasure chests, 5 mobs. Now because these are water based, if you had an earth based attack, that would be best. Note that it is resistant to fire as well as water. However, wind and thunder are neutral towards it, and of course it will be weak to earth. So those flame strike scales, those red currencies, are the ones you really want to earn tons and tons on. Same thing, get all the sparkles, and at least the map does show you all the sparkles, so get as many as you can. Let me know in the comments below what kind of team you ended up going with and which kind of team you're going to plan to use in the future. Now, at the time of this video, this was my first entry. However, in future runs, I decided to just go with a pure Neptune team. You can use an AS Chio to set mental focus and things like that. And one thing I didn't remember when making this team, Exosia, which is the boost of 50-50-50 from Villette, she does give mental focus with that move. However, it only works in Thunder Zone, and so it does not work when you just cast it as such. It's only a pure boost, and so you're better off probably having mental focus. One other thing to remember is that for those who haven't used Flam for a very long time or don't have Flam, Flam does at battle start just give everyone break at the start of battle. So by not having anyone attack and just her attack, you are getting double damage out of the Neptune. Also, ES Sukiya does set pain for everyone, so we don't have to set pain, it just automatically happens, and so we one-shot everything that way. So these are kind of the teams that I've always used as long as they're vulnerable to magic or water. they can clear everything up to date. Now, in terms of the newest areas like the Omegopolis or Entrana or all those where they have at master level 140, this is not a viable team. I usually turn down the difficulty to 110. But in this case, these dungeons are meant for everyone to clear, especially since the difficulty of the chapter was at level 30 at the beginning, especially if you set on beginner level, and then obviously as you ramp things up, you can get up to master level. There's more to do and more challenging fights. Alright, keep on going here. Now, remember, I do have a Star Awakened Aldo level 100, and remember that if we do have everything unlocked, as in bought his entire stellar board, and you have 3 light units or more in front, you get a full AF bar at all times. So if I was in any danger of losing, I would just, AF away. So I know not everyone has a Star Awakened Aldo, but hopefully you're able to kill that either through my videos showing you some of the strategies, or maybe someone else's free-to-play strategies to do that. And then you can start pounding people with your Star Awakened Aldo, because he just is very, very powerful. And just the fact that you give a free AF at all times is quite nice. I know there's some limitations in having, 3 light units up front, but really, the vast majority of units are light, and many, many useful ones are light as well. And so I can't really complain. I think Iesukia is Shadow, but the other 3 are light, so tons of benefits that way. Aisha's also a light unit, and she's free, so for those who need that 500 light requirement in order to get Star Awakened Aldo to have his Star Worm Slash do maximum damage, Aisha plus Aldo combo at 500 is more than enough, and you can bring 1 other light unit and any other supporting Shadow unit if you want to finish up your team. Otherwise, just finishing up here. So back to the action. This third area are wind units, and so it is weak to fire. Again, at these levels, if you have a really strong AoE, it will punch right through, because these are not nulled fights. They're only resisted, and so good enough. So you can see this is neutral to water. So it will resist, I think it will resist wind, and resist earth, and vulnerable to water, and weak to fire. That's kind of how it works. And I think the lunar elements should be neutral all the way through. So if you have Camouflage, or if you have Yakumo, if you really need something like that powerful to clear, then you can do those things. Okay, so we're finished up here. So again, 222 for the treasure chest. There are rare areas, so bear that in mind. And you can still get chance scripts in the last dungeon. And Malice Dragon Valus is the final boss. The aura is as such, you can take a look. It does kind of drain your AF, I think, AF bar. So AF fill rate minus 100. Even though, remember, I had a full AF bar here, actually, and so I started with nothing now. So not really sure what happened. I think it's from the aura. The barrier is a 20-hit barrier, and it reduces damage incoming by 50% to the enemy. However, 1 shot of a Neptune is enough. Again, you can look at my setup at the back. Pain and Poison Grass. Pain Grass is basically what I use with Iesukia's Pain Setting Guarantee. Like usual, you do need 120 Light or Shadow to get all the items. I don't have 120 Shadow on this team, but 120 Light was fine. You also do, with a red key, have a 1 in 5 chance or a 20% chance of earning, I guess, like Light for Wryz. And so make sure you have Wryz in the back. So you can see I have Wryz. Didn't luck out this particular time, but always have her when you're grinding out those points. Load out as usual. Everything's geared to Pain Grasta, because we have a Pain setter automatically. And I know that some people use Poison setups, but generally I think Pain setups are much easier to do. There are more units that set Pain, as well as, of course, just the fact that I love using Iesukia. She's a fan favorite for me, at least. Wryz, again, encounter up, and offset by encounter down, which is very silly of me and my first demonstration of my video. So I apologize for that. Now back to that. The Book of Valus, which is the book unlocked with this side episode. You do get various tasks to do, and after you do everything, you can kind of fight the fights to earn extra rewards, just like all other Astral Archives. There is a Dragon Slayer brace, some extra armor there, but you can actually do the dungeon does unlock once. Note that you do not get any chrono stones for finishing off this dungeon. Now, in previous, dungeons, you do get 10 chrono stones. Not sure what happened here. Not sure if WFS is really cheaping out. After all, it's only 10 stones. I'm not really sure why we didn't get anything. Maybe they'll add more stone rewards as part of the completion of Astral Archive, but we got kind of gypped in that sense. And finally, here's the actual list of rewards as well as the requirements. I believe it's 61,500. Let me just double check that. And that is the max. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.